And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball. As we join this one in progress, we just finished up with LSU versus Arkansas, but Texas with a great start out in this one tonight. 11-5, they lead it with about 15 minutes remaining in the first half, through about the first 5 minutes so far in this game. Courtney Ramey with a three-point shot, same as Matt Coleman. 2 for 4 from downtown by the Longhorns as they lead it at home in their early goings. This should be a great matchup, hopefully a competitive one, going out with these two teams tonight. Bills fan, welcome to the stream here. Big Ben's back. Ryan as well on the channel once again. Coy Armando, welcome on board here, everybody, once again for hopefully a great matchup between these two teams going down tonight in Austin, Texas. The Texas Tech Red Raiders, number 15 in the nation, nationally ranked. But they got the biggest week out of any team this week coming up in college basketball. Texas tonight up against Baylor on Saturday. 2 top 5 matchups they got here to determine how Texas Tech fares up. And Texas Tech here, they haven't won against anybody good so far this season yet. They lost by 1 against Kansas, lost against Oklahoma State in overtime, lost against Houston back in November. Their best win was at Oklahoma, 69-67. And they're coming off back-to-back wins with the bottom 2 teams in the conference against Kansas State and Iowa State. Yep, I heard about that today. So, yeah, of course, the big news, James Harden going to the Nets, and just massive amount of picks involved for that the Houston Rockets were able to get picked up out of that. What's good, Ryan? Welcome to the stream once again, man. So we are back to action right now. It was a foul the last time through. It's going to be Texas Tech at the free throw line. Texas Tech going right to left in the court, red uniforms. And Texas in the white jerseys tonight. First free throw. Good at the line by Texas Tech. Second shot, good at the free throw line as well. 4-point game. Yeah, I agree with you. Houston won the trade too, in my opinion. Yeah, Victor Oladipo. He got traded from the Pacers. 3-point shot. Texas takes it. They make it. Hatzel, welcome on to the stream. Rosenberg, Texas. Glad to have you out on the stream here. 14-7 Texas looking good in the early goings here. Texas Tech now with the basketball. Top of the key, Kyler Edwards. Bounce pass around the perimeter. Santos Silva has it. Moves it back to the left wing. Into the hands of Kevin McCullough. At the top as he dribbles. Guarded by Brock Cunningham. Bounce pass inside. Santos Silva puts it up. No good off the back iron. Rebound goes to Texas. 14-10 left to go. Longhorns basketball. Matt Coleman has it, the left wing, guarded by Santos Silva. Oh, a nasty move there, left baseline. Coleman takes the jumper, and we do have a blocking foul as Matt Coleman going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. That was nasty. That move he just put on Marcus Santos Silva. Wow. Two free throws coming up here at the line by Texas. What's good, Eric? Welcome onto the stream here, bud. Glad to have you on once again, man. Yeah, he wasn't the same player returning from injury. So the Pacers had to move and reshuffle as far as their cap space. I feel like so. That's why it probably made sense more to trade Oladipo. First free throw shot good at the line by Matt Coleman. Second one good as well. Texas looking good. 16-7 in the early goings. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe here, everybody. Yeah, Nets defense might be worse after the trade. I agree. And also their depth to the team. That took a major hit. I cannot believe they traded Karis LeVert. Texas Tech has it left baseline. Traded really two good players to your team, LeVert and Jared Allen. Jumper. Texas Tech takes it, and they make it for 2. 7-point game. Texas jumper from the perimeter. No good. Coming up from behind with offensive rebounds. Brock Cunningham, though. Longhorns have it with Greg Brown. Has it around the outside, and Greg Brown with a double dribble around the perimeter. Turnover, Texas. Red Raiders going to have it back. By the way, Ohio State able to beat Northwestern tonight, 81-71. UMass winners in overtime over Rhode Island, 80-78. Auburn won against Georgia, 95-77. And Louisville looking good up against Wake Forest, 44-34. 16-9 to score, 13:30 left to go. Texas Tech drives inside, reverse-handed layup. Goes down for two by Mac McClung. Mac McClung with 5 out of 11 so far. Leading scorer this season for the Red Raiders. Texas inside, quick fall picked up on the court by the Red Raiders. So we got 13:20 left to go, first half. Free throws coming up, 2 of them at the charity stripe by Texas by Courtney Ramey. First one's good. Hey, what's good, Cameron? Welcome on the stream. Yeah, Florida beat Ole Miss yesterday. They almost lost that game, and then they came back and won it. Second free throw, no good off the mark. Missed shot there by Texas. Rebound, Texas Tech. Mac McClung at the top of the key. Moves it over to the right wing to Edwards. Back over to McClung. He dribbles around the perimeter. Still at the top. McClung now drives. Takes it inside. Puts it up. Good for 2. Up and in off the backboard. 4-point game. Mac McClung with already over 50% of his team's points. 7 out of the 13. Texas at the left wing. Free throw circle, they move it back right corner. Andrew Jones, same spot. He won the game winner against West Virginia. Takes it, and he sinks it from the right corner by Andrew Jones. What a story by him. Great story. The hero of the weekend for Texas. The star of the week. Texas Tech drives inside, lost control of the basketball. It's going to be a turnover by the Red Raiders. Longhorns will get it back. Glad to have you in the stream once again, Cameron. Texas by 7, also with a basketball as well. Longhorns move it over to the left wing. Dribble left baseline, Coleman swings it back over to Jones. Shot fake, Andrew Jones. Dribbles now inside with the right hand, puts it up. That's going to be a goaltend. So count the bucket, good for 2 by Texas. Great start for the Longhorns so far. It was number 10 for Texas Tech, Tyreek Smith, the one who committed the goaltend. Hey, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it, bud. Red Raiders will get the inbound. Texas Tech and Texas, both of them have all their timeouts remaining. 12:19 left to go. First half as the Red Raiders get the inbound, take it past half court. 4 fouls picked up by the Red Raiders, 3 by Texas in this first half. Mac McClung puts it down on the top of the key. Jamarius Burton has it. Burton at the top, flings it over to the right wing to McCullough. McCullough passes over back to the top to Terrence Shannon Jr. as he is guarded by Kai Jones. Shannon drives inside, and Texas will pick up a blocking foul. Clock will stop with 11:56. It's going to send a stoppage in time, 2 in the court, looks like. We're going to go on a media timeout as Texas picks up their 4th personal. All right, so media timeout, 11:56 left to go. As we'll go into a timeout, Texas able to take advantage of this game, hitting 3-point shots. And that's been the big key here for the Longhorns, doing work from the perimeter, 4 for 6 from the outside. And Andrew Jones, he's been the best one so far, right corner 3 going down, as he's got 8 points. Hey, what's good, Makeel? Welcome to the stream. Yep, I saw you on John's stream today. Glad to have you on board, man. Hope all is going well. Just getting to boost the second half, or second game energy in this one. I covered the other game before this, wasn't even close. LSU, Arkansas. Oh, man. Arkansas just no-show today in that first half. Second half, they did much better, but you need to play 2 halves of basketball, and they only showed for the last 20 minutes, not the first 20. Alright, so right now on the timeout here in this one, let's see what we got going on for scores right now. Mississippi State leading Texas A&M 20 to 12 in the SEC. Texas A&M is going to get pounded. They're probably going to finish like around last place in the SEC this year, like near that. Them and Vanderbilt probably will finish like that dead last for those two teams. Louisville looking good, as the Cardinals leading right now over Wake Forest at halftime 46-34. And then Boise State up against Wyoming 18-12. So those are a few college games going on right now. On the timeout here, 11:56 remaining. NBA scores. Mavs able to win against the Hornets. Luka almost got a triple-double. Finished with 34 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. What's good, Justin? Welcome to the stream here, man. Going out for Texas. Hook 'em here. Texas looking so good this season. Bucks over the Pistons tonight. 110-101 in the NBA. Brooklyn Nets up against the Knicks, 100-84. And then Lakers crushing the Thunder, 73-50. Timberwolves right now up against the Grizzlies, 69-62. Alright, so we're going to get right back into this one after the timeout. 11:56 left to go. Texas by 9. And the perimeter doing work so far for the Longhorns, out to a great start. And Texas Tech here in danger, dropping onto the top 25 if they go 0-2 this week, because they haven't won against anybody good so far this year for Texas Tech. Yet they're ranked up at number 15. First free throw, Red Raiders hit it. Second free throw good at the line, 22-15. Texas takes it past half court. They have it at the left wing, slows it down into the hands of Matt Coleman. Now Texas made their last 4 out of 5 shot attempts from the floor. Matt Coleman dribbles left baseline, spin move. Bounce pass to the right wing perimeter. Courtney Ramey has it. Jumper, free throw circle, takes it. No good. Offensive rebound, Texas. And Texas Tech will pick up the fall on the post here. Clock will stop with 11:27. Yeah, this is, they got a ton of talent on this Longhorns team. They got over, I think they have over 10 players here that at some point in their career were top 100 recruits. This team is just loaded with like seniors on the roster. So this is the year for Texas. Is this year, and this is the year for Shaka Smart to prove it, and he has done so this season, because they are just so talented. Floater over the top, snatches it up in the air. There was contact, no foul though, and Texas Tech going to come up with a steal on the key. Balls on the ground. The Red Raiders have it. Mac McClung with the steal. McClung gives it off at the left wing. Shot fake Burton. Shuffles it up underneath as they put it up, and that will be off the glass. Goaltending there by Texas, the refs call it. So they count the bucket, good for 2 by Texas Tech. And it's a 5-point game. Texas has it again. Pass inside the key. That's good for 2 by the Longhorns. By 7 here. Andrew Jones already double figures. He's got 10. What a story by Andrew Jones, and he hit the game-winning shot against West Virginia on Saturday. What a comeback. Texas Tech at the top of the key. Kyler Edwards moves it over to the left wing, drives inside for the Red Raiders with a big jam. They throw it down. Terrence Shannon right there able to split defenders down into the lane. What's good, Roy? Welcome to the stream here, man. I'm going to take Texas in this one. 24-19 to score, 10-15 left to go. Texas basketball now. My prediction was Texas 64-55. Pass inside the key. Big throwdown right there with a two-handed flush. Plus the foul as well. Count the bucket. Jericho Sims with a slam dunk as he gets fouled. Sims will go to the charity stripe, shoot one. Personal foul picked up by number 5, Micah Peavy at Texas Tech. This is where I feel like Texas is going to dominate the game, is on the rebounds, and they are doing that right now. 12-6 on the boards in favor of Texas. Jericho Sims shooting one at the line. That free throw off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Texas. As they go over the top, there's a foul committed. And it's going to be on the rebound. Looks like it's rebounding foul by Texas. So the ball goes back to Texas Tech. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream once again, man. Hopefully a much better game in this one. Vaughn's in 2 fantasy hockey leagues, winning both of his leagues so far. That's great, man. Started the NHL tonight. Inbound for Texas Tech. Halfway through the first half as we get 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. So yeah, Texas came into this game with a rebounding edge. Texas has 171 rebounds through 4 conference games. Texas Tech has played 5 conference games and had less rebounds with 1 more conference game played. They've had 166 rebounds in 5 conference games, where Texas has 171 rebounds in 4 conference games. And that's where it's really shown so far. Texas 13-7, plus 6 on the boards. Texas Tech inside the post. Marcus Santos Silva going to get fouled as he's going to head over to the free throw line, coming up shooting 2. Two shots here for the transfer from VCU. Oh, Roy, the Grizzlies on the money line. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Let's see what we got for that game. Still got time. They're down by 11 though. Oh yeah, it's only the third quarter, so it's just past the halfway point of the third quarter. There's been a ton of NBA games that's been comebacks. I wouldn't count out the Grizzlies yet. If they can drop back to single digits, that's massive for them. Texas Tech hits both of them at the line by Santos Silva. 5-point game hanging in there with 9:41 left to go. He's going to check out of the game. Texas will get the inbound. Longhorns will take it past half court. Matt Coleman now with the basketball with a 5-point lead. Dribbles to the left wing, moves it back out. Cunningham back outside of Ramey. Pump fakes as he is guarded at the right wing by Kyler Edwards. Cordy Ramey looks to pass it. Bounce pass back over to Coleman. Coleman guarded by Mac McClung. He dribbles on McClung. Bounce pass to the right baseline. Cutter. Underneath Coleman. Moves it back outside. Andrew Jones shot fake. Slides it over. Wide open 3. Coleman takes it. Hits it. Texas. Nice perimeter ball movement right there. Knocks it down. Yo, what's good, Jordan? Appreciate it, man, for stopping by. Me and Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson, the absolute man. I love watching Gus Johnson call games. He's the legend. Under 9 minutes left to go, 8-point game, Texas Tech basketball. Terrence Shannon has it at the right wing, passes over free throw circle to Peavy. Peavy inside the post, puts it up, no good, tipped up in the air, and the Longhorns come up with another big rebound once again. 8:40 remaining, Texas basketball. Andrew Jones dribbles over to Ramey. Floats it back outside to Jones. Jones to the right elbow. Pass inside underneath. That's going to be snatched away in the air by Jericho Sims. There was a foul, though, in the post, and that'll be called on Texas Tech. So personal foul picked up by the Red Raiders here. Clock will stop with 8:30. And that's going to send Jericho Sims for Texas to shoot 2 at the charity stripe. What's good, Coy? Welcome to the stream. Who's the best team in the ACC? I'm going to go with Louisville right now for the best team. Louisville got Charles Minlin back today. They also have yet to get back Malik Williams too. So they're going to be a very deep team come tournament time for the Cards. And let's see here. They're up by 12 at halftime still. 46-34. Yep, Gus Johnson from the corner. 29-21 to score. 8:29 left to go. What's good, Preston? Welcome to the stream once again, man. Oh, yeah, Gus Johnson, absolute GOAT. First free throw coming up, Jericho Sims. Misses the first one. Second one, that one's good at the charity stripe. 30-21, Texas by 9. Their largest lead so far tonight. Texas Tech with the basketball. Mac McClung at the right wing. She is guarded by Sims. Moves it over to the top of the key to Shannon. The pick set by Tyreek Smith. Shannon dribbles, takes a deep 2. Top of the free throw circle, hits it. Sweet touch right there in that jumper by Terrence Shannon. 7-point game. Bill going out for Texas. Looking good in this one so far. 8 minutes remaining. Longhorns swing it over to the left corner. Into the hands of Donovan Williams. Back out to the left wing to Coleman. Coleman now dribbles. Drives inside. Pro hop back outside. He moves into the hands of Ramey. At the top of the key, Courtney Ramey. Oh, what a dribble right there. Able to gain some separation. Takes the 3. Hits it by Courtney Ramey. Nice step back right there. At the right wing, they got their largest lead tonight by 10. 7.5 left to go first half. Texas Tech basketball. Mac McClung at the right wing. McClung dribbles, guarded by Sims here, top of the key. McClung right now frustrated. Needs the offense to click. McClung shot fake as he is stuck. Moves it back to the left wing to Peavy. Peavy has it 8 on the shot clock. Bounce pass left baseline. Ball deflected. They get it back though. Tyreek Smith. Back left baseline. Fadeaway. Peavy not even close. Hits the top of the backboard and the shot clock expires as Texas will have the basketball back. Turnover at Texas Tech with 7:09 left to go. Man, this Longhorns defense, they are good. Very, very good. Their 3-point shooting, also good when you give them space, just like that. Heading over to the timeout, Courtney Ramey delivered big with a big perimeter triple a couple moments ago. Last possession for Texas. Wow. This team absolutely legit, and they are playing it right now. And for Texas Tech, they got put at number 15. There's still a lot of game left to go. So I remember I covered West Virginia over a week ago. I spoke too soon in that one. Where when they were down by 18, I even said if West Virginia can continue on this trend that they're gonna be they're possibly in danger of missing the tournament. And they had a massive comeback to save that game against Oklahoma State, and they played Texas tough in the last one. But Texas Tech here, they just did not show up to start off their season. In that game I covered, the first one against Houston, and the second game I covered against Kansas. That was a tight one, just couldn't close it out. And their best win this season was at Oklahoma by 2. So they got a lot of talent on this team, but the main problem though for Texas Tech is the front court issues. As they're stacked with a backcourt for Texas Tech. They lost Davide Moretti in the offseason to play pro ball in Italy. Lost Jamias Ramsey over to the NBA draft, but still, they're loaded with guards in the roster. And all they have in the front court is Marcus Santos Silva and Tyreek Smith. That's basically it for Texas Tech. And it's more of an undersized roster when you're going up against Texas, who has more rebounds in 4 conference games than what you do for Texas Tech in 5 conference games total for rebounds, and that's been a problem so far in this one. That's where I thought that Texas would have the advantage, and right now that's where they're going to. Texas 15 rebounds to 7 by Texas Tech. That's the main hole in the offseason, is that Texas Tech needed a front court player. They got Marcus Santos Silva from VCU. The problem is, when you're going up against other Big 12 opponents, you're looking for size. He's only 6'7". That's undersized as far as the forward position there. That's good for mid-major conferences, Atlantic 10 standards there. But as far as playing at the highest level here, Big 12, that's difficult. And right now it's really showing in this game. And also the perimeter threes knocking down for Texas as well. And obviously you can see the frustration early on in this game by Mac McClung. It's a lot of frustration. Scoreboard update here, Louisville taking on Wake Forest. As Louisville leads it starting off the second half, 46-34 to score by 12. Also got Charles Minlend back for the first time this season. The transfer from San Francisco. Much more competitive this game is, though, than the second game. That was a rough one to call. Arkansas just could not hit their shots. There was no team basketball today in Arkansas. They would just dribble up the court and just stand there and shoot threes and miss it. They wouldn't pass it at all. This is unselfish basketball by Texas right now. Just hitting the open man with the basketball. Right baseline dribble. Texas has it. Matt Coleman back outside. Fade away. They'll take it. Off the mark. No good by Courtney Ramey. Tipped up. They get another offensive rebound. Texas having a great game on the boards. +7 on the boards, 14-7. Texas feeds it off right baseline. They do step out of bounds, though, at the baseline, so that's their 5th turnover. Texas Tech will get it back. 6:38 remaining. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball games here, play-by-play, college and NBA games and behind the arc basketball. Red Raiders take it past half court. Kyler Edwards passes over to the right wing perimeter, into the hands of Shannon. Shannon guarded by Sims. And quick stoppage in time as the clock will stop here. 6:24 left to go. Fall away from the basketball picked up by Texas. As that's going to be their 7th personal. That time by Courtney Ramey picks up his 2nd. So yeah, quite a bit of fouls in this game. 7 by Texas Tech, 7 by Texas. Both these teams in the bonus. What's good, Jose? Welcome on the stream here. Going out from the Longhorns in this one. Hit me up in the chat if you guys would like who you got in this one. Hook 'em Horns. Or going out for the Red Raiders. Sends Marcus Santos Silva right back to the charity stripe. 1-1 bonus for the Red Raiders. First free throw good. Jose just took a shower. Looks like he's back onto the stream. Glad to have you back on the stream, bud. Second free throw, Santos Silva knocks it down. 6:15 left to go. Vaughn picked Texas to win. Me too. I've got Texas out in this one by 9. Raven got Texas for the win as well. Texas with the basketball up by 8, approaching 6 minutes left to go. Sims has it. As he's going to go turn around as Texas Tech took a flop right there, but no foul called. Ball's on the ground, tipped out. Texas going to come up with another offensive rebound. Longhorns set it up at the top of the key. As they will drive inside. Puts it up, no good off the top of the backboard. Fight for the basketball again, a lot of contact. What a heads-up play, Texas. Matt Coleman right there. Puts it off the back of Mac McClung out of bounds. Both of the players were chasing after the basketball. It was Matt Coleman who got to it first and just passed it off the back of Mac McClung out of bounds. 5 in the shot clock. Texas jumper, Coleman, no good off the mark. Rebound back to the Red Raiders. 5.5 left to go. Texas Tech will take it past half court. They move it over to the left wing. Pump fake takes the 3. They hit it. Good from the perimeter. Kevin McCullough knocks it down right there. 5-point game. Texas in this one been in full control tonight here, everybody. Alright, so 33-28 now the score off the 3-point shot just a moment ago by Texas Tech. There was words after that play there. Kevin McCullough gets assessed a technical foul after Texas Tech hits the 3-point shot. So, a little heated rivalry between these two teams right there as Kevin McCullough exchanging some words. And I will send Texas here at the free throw line. That's just a no-no for the Red Raiders. Sends the free throw at the line. Good. Spun around the rim and went in by Matt Coleman. And Texas will have the basketball too. As both of the free throws go down. 35-28. That's a terrible foul by Texas Tech. I know it's heated and it's a rivalry game, but when your top 25 ranking is on the line, Texas Tech has not yet legit won against a good opponent this season. You're just wrecking yourselves right there. Bounce pass off the cutter. Jericho Sims throws it down with a two-handed flush. Just left all alone in the daylight right there with nobody to guard him. Texas Tech wet it down by 9. Approaching 5 minutes left to go. Red Raiders basketball at the top of the key. Moves it over. Kyler Edwards back over to McClung. They are frustrated right now for the Red Raiders. At the left wing, Edwards. Bounce pass over to Santos Silva. That was a little bit wide, able to get it though. Santos Silva floats it out. Ball gets deflected, able to go into the hands of McClung though. McClung has it. Dribbles. Spin move. Jumper. Right elbow. Got it for 2. Difficult one. Able to hit it down by Mac McClung. 37-30. Definitely indeed more of a game in this one, for sure. This great, much better for the intensity level today. So got some really difficult shots being sent down as well. Mac McClung, that was a difficult turnaround he just hit. Couple monster slams. The best part about calling Texas is that I've called multiple slam dunks with this team this season. They're explosive with Texas. 4:39 remaining. Timeout taken on the court. Roger likes the Texas Tech football jersey, but they likes their name, and he's not a Texas Tech fan. Great game indeed for the battle between these two Texas teams right now. If you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams. They're reviewing the last call on the court. Texas went dribble left baseline. They get called for the offensive foul. And it was an elbow. Number 10 for Texas, Donovan Williams, with the elbow to Terrence Shannon right to the face area. So the refs are looking at that right now, and they rule a flagrant 1 by number 10, Donovan Williams for Texas. The clock stops with 4:39 remaining. So that means Texas Tech is going to go and shoot free throws here at the line with this flagrant 1. What's good, Ty? Welcome to the stream, man. I'm doing pretty well. Glad to have you out here, brother. First free throw, that one's good. At the charity stripe by Terrence Shannon. Second free throw coming up by Texas Tech. This game getting heated tonight. 5-point game now. Texas has led it. But already 2 technical fouls assessed. And Texas Tech will get back to basketball. 2 coming up on the inbounds. Texas Tech, by the way, perfect. 10 for 10 at the charity stripe so far. Yeah, sorry to hear it, Ty. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back, man. 4.5 left to go before halftime. Mac McClung pro hop moves it back around the perimeter. Wide open 3. They take it. They miss it off the mark. No good there by Jamarius Burton. Rebound Texas. Shovels it out to the left corner. Texas will pass it and take a deep 3. Donovan Williams, no good. Not a good attempt right there. Hit the front rim, and there's a foul on the rebound as well. It's going to be assessed here, I believe, to Texas Tech. So clock will stop now once again. Wow, Brooklyn Nets might win 114-109. So then the Knicks made a big comeback. Holy smokes. Yeah, the Knicks down by 5 with 17 seconds remaining. Wow. Yep, James Harden going to Brooklyn. Talked about that earlier today. Jericho Sims will go to the free throw line here inside the bonus 1-1. First free throw, got it. 38-32 Texas. Second free throw coming by Sims. And that one's good at the free throw line as well. 39-32 the score. 4:15 left to go before halftime. Texas by 7. Texas Tech with the basketball. Red Raiders have it at the right wing. Terrence Shannon. Moves it back out to the top here. Jamaris Burton. Passes over left corner McCullough. As he is guarded by Williams. McCullough back outside left wing. Burton with it. Double team. Pro Hop moves it back out. And that will be a turnover by Texas Tech. What's good, Wolf Raps? Welcome to the stream here. Drew, welcome on the channel here as well. I predicted Texas for this one. I cover play-by-play college basketball games, also NBA games here on Behind the Arc Basketball, so feel free to be a part here. Spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Hot Take Hockey going nuts with his team, looks like. Oh boy. Isn't he a Habs fan? Or Maple Leafs, I think. I think he's Toronto. I think he's Toronto, where he's from. But yeah, he goes absolutely nuts in his streams. Timeout taken on the floor, 7 minutes remaining. It's, when I do my Celtic streams there, oh man, especially when it comes down to the final minutes, we go bonkers with that. Might want to pull your headphones out. We've had 2 technical fouls already so far. Yeah, I think so. Maple Leafs, okay. So yeah, not Montreal. I thought it was one or the other. I think I see, because I've been on his streams quite a bit. I've seen a couple of Montreal jerseys in the background, but he's Toronto. What's good, Lucas? Welcome to the stream here, bud. So right now in the stoppage in time, Texas leads it by 7, 39-32 currently the score. 2 players in double figures for the Longhorns. Matt Coleman with 10, Andrew Jones with 10 as well. 6 for 10 from the perimeter by Texas, leading the rebounds. And that's been the big key. Plus 12 on the boards for Texas, 20-8. As Texas Tech, they don't have much front court help on this team here for the Red Raiders, and that's been the main struggle. As they're basically loaded in the backcourt, but not enough front court help. 9 points by Mac McClung, and 6 so far by Marcus Santos Silva. 4 of those points at the free throw line. Yep, that makes sense there. Ties the St. Louis Blues fan. That must have been big for you when they won the Cup back in 2019. Mississippi State looking good. No shocker there. They're up against Texas A&M, 33-23. Texas A&M, as the conferences are sorting out each other, Texas A&M looks like one of the bottom teams in the SEC along with Vanderbilt. Major sleeper from March Madness. Keep note on it, everybody. Boise State leading Wyoming, and it's not even close. 47-28 the score with 2.5 left to go in the first half. As for this game going on right now, Louisville leading Wake Forest 53-43. I'm shocked that it's actually a 10-point game. In the final in the NBA, Nets. Winners over the Knicks for the battle in New York. 116-109. So we'll keep you guys posted as far as scoreboard updates here throughout tonight. We're going to take a look at NBA scores from tonight. Oh, wow, yeah, so somebody did have the Memphis Grizzlies. Somebody had put earlier that they had betted on the Memphis Grizzlies, but Memphis has made it a 4-point game. Make it a 1-point game. Memphis hits a 3-point shot as the Timberwolves lead at 92-91. We are back into action. 3:45 left to go. Texas basketball leading by 7. Welcome in, Kalala. Welcome onto the stream. It's either going to be championship or bust, I feel like, for the Brooklyn Nets, for James Harden. And I think Houston got a great deal in that trade with all the draft picks they got up. Kid, welcome onto the streamer, Kid X3. 3:40 left to go. Texas got fouled again. They're going to head back to the free throw line. Shooting 2 will be Jericho Sims. First free throw coming up by Sims here at Texas. No good off the back iron. Yeah, I remember earlier today that Stephen A. Smith said about Kyrie that he should retire. Because Kyrie it's been 5 straight games now that Kyrie hasn't played in. Jericho Sims' second free throw at the charity stripe, and the Memphis Grizzlies just took the lead, 94-92 against the Timberwolves. Second free throw, no good. Rebound goes to Texas Tech. 0 for 2 that trip by Texas. Texas Tech doing well at the free throw line, and that's a problem so far by Texas in this one. They're 9 for 15 at the charity stripe. Texas Tech a perfect 10 for 10. Red Raiders have it right baseline. They dribble by Terrence Shannon. He's guarded by Sims. Drives inside. Hook shot. No good off the mark. Rebound by Texas. Texas flat out crushing the Red Raiders on the boards. They'll take the 3 from the outside. Got it. Longhorns knocks down a triple back to their 10-point lead as they got the largest one so far today. Andrew Jones looking good with 13. Texas Tech with 3 minutes left to go. They'll take a 3. That's way off the mark. No good at the left wing by Kyler Edwards. A rebound back to the Longhorns with under 3 left to go. Texas dribbles. Matt Coleman moves it over to the right wing to Andrew Jones. 20 in the shot clock. Jones now dribbles. Has it. Left double jumper. Takes it. Difficult. He makes it. What a shot right there. Largest lead tonight for Texas. What a story by Andrew Jones. 15 points for him out of the 44 so far. He has been a rising star here. The star on Saturday with a game winner over West Virginia has hit some big-time shots in this one with a hand in the face. Left elbow fadeaway sinks it for the largest lead tonight for Texas. We're going to go on a timeout. Yeah, I agree right there. So, go right back into the chat here. So, was it for Kyrie partying? So, yeah, the NBA is investigating that right now about the partying video about Kyrie. But the reason why he's not playing is that he's just holding out due to personal reasons. He was actually when his team played yesterday, he was on a Zoom call with this whole thing that was going down in Washington a week ago. After that happened, when they stormed the Capitol, Kyrie just decided that he wouldn't play. He's missed the last 5 games due to personal reasons, probably for that cause. And he decided that a week ago that he would just not play. And yesterday he was caught on a Zoom call. So it's just he's making all this money and doesn't even show up to play. He's fully healthy and it's just like, no, I'm just not gonna play. Just unfortunate. Like everybody else shows up to work. Come on, man. 44-32 the score, 2:30 left to go. Yeah, I agree. They shouldn't have traded Jarrett Allen as well as Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert's been the 6th man for Brooklyn, and that's been a big hit towards their depth. So they go for superstar instead of depth right there. Texas Tech has in the Key McClung, passes back outside, 8 on the shot clock, 2:15 left to go. Texas Tech tries to take the shot, it gets deflected. There's a foul though. The clock will stop with 2:15 remaining. Yeah, I heard that. So he's going to get $400,000 in fees for every single game that he misses. So that money racks up, of course, through the schedule. Man. Of course, Kyrie is loaded with money playing on a max contract. But still, that's $2 million right now through the 5 games that he has missed if they do find that out with him. Maple Leafs game went into overtime. Crazy for the NHL opening night. 5-4. Maple Leafs beat Montreal. That game has gone final in the NHL. When is this game over? Probably not for another hour. We still haven't even hit halftime yet. So Texas Tech will go to the free throw line, trailing by 12. Much closer game than the one earlier today I covered, but still, it's a double-digit lead. First free throw. No good, rattled out. Missed shot by Terrence Shannon. That's the first missed free throw today by Texas Tech. They're 10 for 11 now. So, big week here for Texas Tech. On Saturday, they got Baylor. And if they go 0-2, that means they haven't won against anybody who's like the real deal. They lost against Houston, lost against Texas, only beat Oklahoma. That was it. Oklahoma's unranked. But Oklahoma's been playing really well this season. Second free throw good. And then McClung going to go to the line. So there was there's a technical foul assessed to that as well by Texas. That's their second one of the game. So 2 technicals by Texas already. This is a heated rivalry game in its finest. Won by Texas Tech for a technical. First free throw by Mac McClung is good. 44-34. So this game opens up wide right now because Texas Tech has been able to hit free throws tonight. And second free throw by McClung hits it. 9-point game. So it goes from being 12 to 9. Texas with the ball back. 2:10 left to go. Send my thoughts out to your friend Roger. Hopefully he's okay. Texas 3-point shot makes it. Andrew Jones, the star tonight. The star against West Virginia. As he knocks it down, he's got 18 points, hitting down 4 triples. Under 2 minutes left to go before halftime. What's good, Aaron? And welcome on the stream here. Glad to have you stopping by. As we give Aaron a big warm hello here out on the channel. Hope everything's going well. Minute 47 remaining. Texas Tech jumper no good. As they get the rebound. There was a foul, though, as the clock will stop. Texas just so red hot from that perimeter. What a story by Andrew Jones. Missed out on the early seasons of his career. Was in the hospital battling cancer. What a story here for him. What a comeback by Andrew Jones. The star and the winner on Saturday over West Virginia. And he has got himself a team-high 18 points. Right off the bat. They are seeing rising stars in the making. What's the next game? It's going to be tomorrow. I plan on streaming. I think it's going to be the NBA for tomorrow. It's probably going to be Rockets against Spurs, I think. That's what they put for the national game. Friday's going to be the NBA as well. I believe they got Bucks versus Mavericks right now for the national game. Minute 45 left to go before halftime. Texas Tech 1 for 2. That trip at the free throw line. Texas once again going to take it inside with a quick foul picked up. And Longhorns going to go to the line. So they're in the bonus as well as Texas Tech as we update in the bonus. Texas shooting 2. Welcome in, Landon. Appreciate it, man, for stopping them by. Yeah, my day's been going pretty well. Do I stream football? From time to time I cover football. I used to have a football channel, but I just have done basketball or so because the football channel never grew. But from time to time, I do like special live streams with football games included from like time to time. 1 for 2 at the free throw line by Texas. Texas Tech will get the basketball back. Minute 20 left to go before halftime. Red Raiders left corner 3. Mac McClung no good, and there he's gonna shoot 3 at the line. He was pushed down as he released that 3-point shot at the left corner. As the camera cannot see that. Since he was down on the ground, away from the camera view. Let's see what I was calling on for Texas. This is a heated game. Number 22. Kai Jones, off the bench, picked up a crucial foul. McClung will shoot 3. So, bad foul there. 3 shots it'll lead to with the Red Raiders. First one good by McClung. 48-37. Yeah, I feel like Texas Tech's going to have a better matchup against Baylor. Because Baylor is more even as far as their backcourt players. They got a stacked backcourt for Baylor. One of the best in the country. Whereas Texas is more loaded on the front court and can cause problems on the boards. And we are seeing it so far in this game. Plus 12 by Texas, 23-11 in the rebounding advantage. Second free throw by McClung, and no good. Rattled out. Missed it. Do I think the Celtics will win the finals? I think that's going to be tough, but I wouldn't count them out, honestly. It all depends on how Kemba Walker comes back. If he comes back healthy, I think they got the shot to take down the Bucks. I predicted before the season started it would be the Lakers-Bucks in the finals. I don't think the Nets are going to be with the Celtics. I feel like that's just going to blow up. the whole James Harden trade today. Texas takes the three-point shot, misses it, rebound Texas Tech with a minute left to go before halftime. Yeah, Tatum's been incredible lately. Jaylen Brown's had a phenomenal season. The ascension of Jaylen Brown, jumper, no good by Texas Tech. Rebound Texas, 45 seconds left to go before half. Coleman moves it back to Andrew Jones, takes the three. It's up, no good that time, off the side of the rim. Rebound back to the Red Raiders. 35 seconds left to go before half. Next week, if the Celtics are back next week's going to be 2 Celtic streams since they play on national TV against Philly. Terrible pass by Texas Tech. Ball is going to get stolen away here by Texas. And they're going to have the final shot before halftime as well. 18 seconds left to go. Texas will take a timeout first, though. So Longhorns take a timeout. They're going to drop the final play here to see if they can go up more by 11 plus points at the half here for Texas. 48-38 the score. Texas, what an offensive loaded half. I can't believe it. Oh my, I thought that this game would be defense. Holy smokes. Ripping the shreds, the Texas Tech defense that is a top 10 team defensively this season in points allowed. I can't believe it. I covered Texas Tech Kansas a couple weeks ago, and that game was in the 50s for the final score. Tonight, Texas has already got 48 on the board. Insane. Favorite chips? I would go with Cape Cod potato chips as my favorite chips. Probably the sea salt and vinegar kind. Those are good. Or the sour cream and onion. Those are also good. I also like Tostitos too. Like anything with like nachos, Tostitos is a really good brand. Texas will get the basketball. 15 seconds remaining before halftime. Final possession here for Texas. Matt Coleman has it, 9 seconds. Dribbles top of the key as he is guarded by Nadolny here. Jumper, free throw circle. He takes it, no good, off the mark. Rebound Texas Tech, and they go into halftime. 10-point Texas lead. What a start for the Longhorns. Crushing Texas Tech on the boards. Knocking down 8 3-point shots. And the big key to this game, Andrew Jones. He has transferred that momentum from the victory game with the game winner over West Virginia into this game today. He is hitting his stride in a big way as we go into halftime. What a statement in the first half by Texas here at home. And for Texas Tech, it is frustrating. It is just Mac McClung who has shown up today. And that's basically at 13 points. Only player in double figures so far for Texas Tech is Mac McClung. Rest of the players have either 9 points or less. For Texas, already 2 players in double figures. Andrew Jones leads the way, making 4 3-point shots at halftime. 18 points and 10 points by Matt Coleman. And Texas just dominant on the rebounds. 24-14 on the glass. And offensive rebounds in their favor as well, 10-4. Boise State crushing Wyoming. Boise State is a low-key sleeper of mine in the tournament. They get a couple of major conference transfer players on that team for Boise State that went to play lower level. I'm going to take a look at Boise State here. 55-33 up against Wyoming. Their only loss this year for Boise State was against Houston. Very early on in the season against Houston back in November. So if you see Boise State in a matchup in the tournament, it all depends on who they face, though. I would take Boise State, most likely. They're probably going to be underseeded, and they deserve to be put to compete there. Yeah, I'm looking at some of these players. I'm going to see for Boise State who they got on the roster. What's good, CF? Welcome to the stream, bud. No problem that you're late, man. So, the start at Boise State team is Derek Alston. He is leading the team in scoring this year, scoring just under 17 per game. So, he's the star of Boise State, but along with him, there's a couple players that played at the Power Conference level that decided to transfer. And they got three former Pac-12 players in that team that also, let's see, are they starters? Two of them are starters. One of them just got eligibility too. Has yet to start it, but is just eligible. What laptop do I have? It's an HP laptop. It's a custom made laptop. We got. I got it like around a year ago too, so it's around like the year anniversary of my laptop. Abu Kigab from Boise State. He's scoring over 13 per game. He was a former transfer from the Oregon Ducks that he played at 2 years ago. Then also in the Pac-12, Emmanuel Acott. He played at Arizona 2 years ago. He's scoring about 9 per game this year for Boise State. And then also Devonair Dutrieve. He has been ruled eligible at the mid-season point. He has now played in 3 games for Dutrieve. And he played last season for Arizona before transferring. So, and also right now he's shooting 50% from three-point range. So, yeah, some significant players here for Boise State that this team is really being slept on by a lot of people. And I think they can make some noise depending the matchup in the tournament for the Broncos. As for other games right now, college hoops tonight, we'll take a look and we'll see what we can grab. Louisville. Wow, that game is tight. Man, 60-52. Holy smokes. I can't believe that Wake Forest has come back. 62-54 now. So 62-54, 8-point Louisville lead. I would think that would be more like a 15-17 point lead by Louisville. Carly Jones looking good, 17 points. Samuel Williamson with 12. Oh, David Johnson's only got 5. You usually don't see David Johnson having like a struggling game, which he is right now. But Louisville up by 8 against Wake Forest. Wake Forest got 3 players, or now 4 players in double figures for the Demon Deacons. So yeah, right now we're just at half. Gonna update the NBA scores, see what we got as well in just a moment. Mississippi State in college up against Texas A&M second half, 40-31. No surprise, Mississippi State been playing well. They're gonna move to be 4-1 in the SEC. How did I feel about the first half? I was shocked that there's this many points. Like, good thing I didn't bet on this, because I was telling somebody, if you're thinking about betting this game, I told him you should probably think about betting the under. Well, that's not been the case, because there's been fouls all over the place. There's been multiple technical fouls in that first half. This is something we usually never see, but high-stakes rivalry type of game here. 2 teams in the top 15, and it's led to a technical foul each at halftime by both of these teams. So I'm stunned that Texas is 48 at the half, Texas Tech is 38, and this game is going high scoring. What's good, Cake? Welcome on the stream, man. Huge Texas Tech fan. Welcome on the channel. I cover play-by-play basketball games here, college games, also NBA games, and Behind Your Arc Basketball. Right now we're just at halftime between these 2 teams currently. CF wants to see Texas Tech pull off the W here. They got, out of all the teams this week in college basketball, Texas Tech's got the biggest week out of all these teams. This game against Texas and the Baylor, quick turnaround for Saturday. That's a huge matchup. Yeah, Cake puts out Andrew Jones really good off the screen. He's been lethal today from downtown. What a story by Andrew Jones. For him to bounce back, he recovered without playing basketball for 2 seasons. And for him to bounce back, he hit the game-winning shot back on Saturday against West Virginia. What's good, Eden? Welcome onto the stream here, man. If you guys are new out here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball action, college basketball games, also NBA games here on Behind Your Arc Basketball. NBA scores going on. Grizzlies with a comeback up against the Timberwolves, 114-103. Lakers beat the Thunder, 128-99. And the Clippers up against the Pelicans now, 12-8. Kings lead the Blazers, 19-15. So those are NBA games going on currently, right now for a scoreboard update. That first half really went late. What's my favorite NFL team? It's the Patriots. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm a huge New England sports fan. Favorite college team for college hoops is Providence and URI. Favorite NBA team's the Celtics. So yeah, big New England sports fan. Not too far away from Boston and Providence, out in Mass where I am. It's Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox, Bruins. Boise State I talked about a couple minutes ago. Dominating Wyoming. They have the chance to just run down the entire Mountain West. Except for San Diego State, they could possibly get 2 bids. I think it's likely that they're going to get, very, very likely that they'll get 2 bids in that conference. Let's see, I'm going to take a look at that schedule. So that is Boise State with 1 loss, and it's against Houston. I want to see when they take on San Diego State. Also, Colorado State out in the Mountain West, they also had a massive comeback a couple weeks ago, beat San Diego State, and they were down like 36-12. I can't believe they came back. But yeah, it's going to be, they take on each other tomorrow too. Or actually no, they took on each other on Monday. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, they took on each other on Monday. So these Mountain West games, they do back-to-backs, Wednesday and Friday. They do for back-to-backs. So it's a little bit different. I know the Patriot League does back-to-backs. It's Saturday and Sunday. I think they do back-to-back. Same as like the other conferences. America East, NEC, and Mountain West doing that as well. So these are the key games for Boise State to see if this team is tournament real. Colorado State, they got 2 games on the 27th, 29th of January. And then, they saved the best for last. Here we go. Versus San Diego State, Thursday, February 25th. Saturday, February 27th. Hey, thanks so much, Eden, man. Really appreciate it for your generosity, bud. You're the legend on the stream. So all eyes are on that game. So Boise State taking on Fresno State. Next 2 games, Colorado State, which is at the top of the Mountain West. They stole a game from the Aztecs a couple weeks ago. Then they take on Nevada, UNLV, Utah State, and close it out with San Diego State before the Mountain West tournament. Louisville Wake Forest, still an 8-point game. Thanks so much for the update there. 5.5 remaining. If David Johnson was spot on in that one, that would be a blowout. Yeah, I totally agree, CF. Cannot wait until it's over, man. And this whole thing starts to get back to normal. Fans back at the arenas. It's going to be great. For sure. Nothing beats the atmosphere of a packed arena. And that's why I think that Gonzaga has a great chance to go undefeated this year and run the table, because they're not playing on the road at BYU, not on the road against St. Mary's, not on the road for the other games that they have played with fans, or neutral court site games with fans. So that's what I feel like the atmosphere for Gonzaga is really, like, with no fans, it's helped them to possibly just run the table and just stay at number 1 all the way through the season. Do I think the Big 12 is the top 3 conference? Yes. I think Big 10's the top conference from top to bottom with the Big 10. There's only 2 terrible teams in the Big 10. It's just Nebraska and Penn State. That's basically it. And then the rest of the Big 10 is just completely stacked from there. Teams beating on top of teams left and right in the conference. There seems like there's crazy blowouts like every single day or so. In the Big 12, there's 7 teams that's completely separated themselves from the other 3. And we saw that yesterday clearly. Oklahoma destroyed TCU. So there's a complete divide in the Big 12. So it's seven. It looks like there's going to be 7 teams that make the tournament from the Big 12. And Oklahoma State, as of now, they are eligible for Oklahoma State. So Oklahoma State, since they appealed the NCAA tournament ban, they are eligible since that appeals process is going on. So if that appeals process keeps up and nothing happens this season, that means that we get to see Cade Cunningham in the NCAA tournament after all. So that is massive news right there, since that appeals process is ongoing. So big news for Oklahoma State. They had a big win against Kansas yesterday. So yeah, complete divide out in the conference. Top 7, Big 12 to the bottom 3. K-State, Iowa State, TCU. Those are the teams that's going to miss the tournament. After that, it's Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Kansas, and then Texas and Baylor at the top. Do I go to NBA games? I actually haven't ever gone to an NBA game. I would love to go to the TD Garden. I feel like it's going to be a long time, though, until they finally have fans back in the TD Garden. Because my home state's in Massachusetts, and we were like one of the last states to open up. And I feel like we're probably going to be one of the last states to start back to go normal. Yeah, that was the worst day ever, man. Cake puts out, so upset about March Madness, didn't happen last year. March 12th, 2020, just an awful day going down in the history books. It's just a terrible day. Wow, Texas A&M making a comeback there against Mississippi State. Man, thanks so much for the update right there. 40-38 the score. So if Mississippi State blows that lead, that's a terrible look more for Missouri. Because Missouri lost in the second half against Mississippi State. And they blew a gigantic lead. And now Texas A&M on a 15-7 run to start off the second half against Mississippi State. Wow. Roger went to a Seton Hall game. It's really fun. Oh, yeah. Big East basketball at its finest. Big East is, as far as competitive conferences, like close games, I feel like the Big East has had the closest games this season. As far as what you can account games that I think the Big 12 is right up there with the Big East. As far as games that went either into overtime or finished on a buzzer beater or like a 1 or 2 point victory, I think the Big East has the majority of those games this year that they finished with really close contests. Actually, what happened today with the Big East? Because there was supposed to be a game, I think, DePaul against Georgetown, unless it got canceled. I'm gonna take a look at that and see if I can find it. I swear there was a Big East game today, unless they canceled it. Oh, wow, they postponed that late. Holy smokes. I didn't realize that DePaul and Georgetown, that must be Georgetown then. Because DePaul's went on 2 pauses. So, I'm going to see if I can find anything about who just went on a pause. That's a crusher. Because if it's Georgetown, Providence was supposed to play Georgetown on Saturday. And they were going to, I would hope, whip them. 48-38. We're back for the second half right now. It's going to be Texas Tech basketball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Micah Peavy leaves it over for the right baseline jumper. Taking McClung, no good. Offensive rebound. They put it up, tap back, and gets rebounded by Texas. Longhorns will set it up now. Courtney Ramey at the right wing. Moves it over to the left elbow, back outside, top of the key, Andrew Jones. Bounce pass left wing, Matt Coleman. As he takes the jumper, left baseline, no good off the mark. Rebound back to Texas Tech. 19-20 left to go. Second possession now for the Red Raiders. Peavy dribbles, jumper, mid-range, off the mark, no good. Tapped up in the air, and that tipping goes down for 2 by Kevin McCullough. 8-point game, 48-40. If you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here. Yeah, DePaul Georgetown got postponed today, so that was a very late postponement, it appears to be. Yeah, indeed. CF, UConn looking good, man. Unfortunate news for UConn today is that James Bouknight had to undergo surgery on his elbow, so that's a crushing news. But the good thing for UConn is that they've got players stepping up. Tyler Polley and Tyrese Martin has really stepped up as of late, and Akuka Cook's come back too for UConn. They are a very deep team. Texas Tech pass inside, puts it up inside the key, good for two right there by Marcus Santos Silva. 4-zip run to start off for the Red Raiders. 18.5 left to go. Shaka Smart going to take a quick timeout here for Texas. So Chris Beard able to adjust right now on a 4-zip run through the first minute and a half. Alright, so we are now into the second half of this one. Very quick timeout on the court. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so it was Georgetown's program. Ouch. So, yeah, that means no Providence Georgetown this weekend. Yikes. That's unfortunate. So Georgetown is now on a pause. SMU got on a pause today. And Richmond got on a pause today. So those are teams that... So it was like 96% of the teams that were playing basketball, and then there was a bunch of new teams as of the past couple of days that like got on the has to pause now. So there's obviously a spike all over the place. And Georgia Tech last week they were on a pause. Nebraska just went on a pause. Oregon as well, they went on a pause. St. Louis has been on a really lengthy pause, same as Villanova. Villanova's been they haven't played in almost like a month and a half for Villanova right now. West Virginia, they went on a pause on Monday. Wow. Hey, what's good, Zach? Welcome to the stream here, man. Yeah, I covered the Arkansas game. I was stunned, man. They just were taking low percentage shots left and right. And LSU was attacking the basket, and LSU just ripped them to shreds defensively. Vaughn's back in here right now. It's got a lot of offensive rebounds. Texas right now +9 on the boards for Texas, 25-16. I think I covered a game. I think it was West Virginia, Kansas. I think I covered. And yeah, it was that game. It was West Virginia, Kansas. I covered a couple weeks ago, and there was 18 offensive rebounds by both of the teams. I think it was like the highest offensive rebounding game in like almost a decade or something like that, with both of the teams combining for both of the teams had 18 offensive boards each. Do I think they're a top 20 team for Arkansas? I would say no. No, because of their defense. Their offense, which came into the game as a great offense, it just got stopped today by LSU. And LSU's not a top 20 team either. But they're moving up towards more like the 25 area for LSU. Alright, so back to action. 4-zip run by Texas Tech. Back from the timeout. 48-42 the score, 18.5 left to go. I would like to see where Arkansas stands when they play Florida, because both of those teams I feel like are going to be fighting for bubble spots for the tournaments. Texas has it top of the key. Matt Coleman dribbles to the right wing, feeds it inside over to Jericho Sims. Moves it outside. Coleman shuffles it out to the right wing. Right baseline dribble Ramey. He's double teamed, floats it up, and that one no good. Didn't even hit the rim. It's an air ball. And it's going to go right back over to Texas Tech with 18:04 left to go. Red Raiders defense coming in this second half, making big time adjustments right now. Two minutes through the second half, Texas Tech basketball down by 6. Kyler Edwards at the top. Moves it over to the right wing to Peavy. Peavy passes inside, takes the jumper, gets deflected up in the air. He gets the ball right back, though. There's contact, and they're going to call a whistle and a foul picked up on Texas Tech. Courtney Ramey goes down hard on the ground. The clock will stop with 17:43. Louisville up against Wake Forest now pulling away double digits, 70-59. Thanks so much for the update right there, Preston. Mississippi State now tied against Texas A&M. So, yeah, I was saying earlier that that's not good for Missouri if Mississippi State loses that game. Probably not, Vaughn. Most likely not right there. 17.5 left to go. Texas has the ball right back up by 6. Ramey at the left wing perimeter. He dribbles left baseline, double teamed by Santos Silva and Burton. Pass over to the right wing. They'll take the 3 off the mark. No good by Greg Brown to get the offensive rebound out. Left baseline jumper. Off the mark by Texas. Second chance for the offensive board to get stripped at the baseline though. And Texas Tech steps out of bounds by McCullough. So Texas will get it back. Greatest player all time, Michael Jordan there, First King. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Zach thinks next year Arkansas most likely going to be a top 25 team. I think if those players that transfer stay, I think they got potential possibly to be right in there. 17 minutes remaining. Texas left corner 3. They sink it. Big triple from the left corner going down. 9-point lead. Texas Tech has it, drives inside. Big block out of bounds right there by Greg Brown. Texas on a massive swat at the baseline. Clock will stop with 16:51. And the Red Raiders will have it back. Brown working on number 1, Terrence Shannon, off the drive to the bucket. Red Raiders inbound. Under 17 minutes remaining. Hands it off to Santos Silva. Passes now off the cut inside. Now at the left baseline. Texas Tech pro hop. Backs their way. Puts it up. It gets blocked again by Greg Brown. 2 blocks in 10 seconds right there by Greg Brown coming off the bench here. As Brown moves it over to the top of the key. He got the start, but he's been on the bench for most of the game with 2 personals. There was a personal foul around the perimeter there. It's picked up off offensive foul by Texas as the clock will stop. What do I think about the football team? For Arkansas, I don't watch too much college football, but I mean, but where I am, college football is a joke. Where I am, 'cause I'm actually from Massachusetts, so Arkansas football is better than anything that we have over here as far as college football out in any New England state that we have in general. It's terrible. 16 minutes left to go. Texas Tech drives inside, puts it up. No good off the backboard. McClung missed it. They get a new shot clock, though. Shannon will have the ball here with under 16 remaining. They think LeBron will be number 1 all-time scoring list by the end of his career. Haha. I think he's got a good chance. 3-point shot. Takes it, and they make it. Texas Tech from the top of the key. Yeah, I agree, Vaughn. They need to really expand the fields. That should have been done a long time ago. 16-team playoffs they should have done, because there's teams that go undefeated. They don't get to play in the college football playoff 4. I remember when they had a BCS, and that was even more poorly run. Texas bounce pass off the cut as they drive inside. Whistle the fall picked up by Texas Tech, going to send Texas to the line, shooting 2 with 15.5 remaining. And the timeout taken as well. Alright, so timeout taken on the court here. 15:26 left to go. Texas by 6. This second half really has slowed up. Texas Tech 7-3, outgaining the Longhorns at the start of the second half. Man, Boise State really put in the pedal to the metal tonight over Wyoming. 71-47. I can't wait to see that series against San Diego State to see if Boise State is completely real. And I think they are. I think if they keep it up and if they have a good showing against San Diego State, I think they're going to take notice. And I feel like they could be a bracket buster if seeded way too low. There could be potential for that. Mississippi State leading by 2 against Texas A&M, 46-44. And Louisville, final minute, up against Wake Forest. Not the prettiest game, but Carly Jones with a double-double. 23 points, 10 rebounds, 75-63. Yeah, Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, one more team. Notre Dame, it was this year. I remember from like 5-6 years ago, Florida State would usually end up in there. Oregon was in there quite a bit throughout the 2010s for Oregon. They've always been in the conversation. Oklahoma too, yep. Zach been saying that Arkansas will win 24 games. Been saying that since the start of the year. I think there's a good chance there because the postseason too. It all depends on where they go though, because also that would be counting the conference tournament though for Arkansas. I feel like it's probably going to be, since there's a pandemic here, not as many games. It's probably going to be more towards 20 for Arkansas this year. 51-45 to score. And Louisville gets the W over Wake Forest. But if for some reason that they miss out on the tournament for some reason, and they go to the NIT, they could reach 20. They could probably reach 24 somehow if they make it there. But I see Arkansas right now as a tournament team still. Probably as like a 10 seed at the moment. Because LSU is moving on up. Oof. Yeah, CF went to one UConn football game. I feel your pain, man. At least it's better than UMass football. I've been to a couple of UMass football games, and yeah, it's just total devastation. I can't even believe that they actually fielded a football team this year. First King thinks that Kyrie might announce his retirement soon. Do I? I think Stephen A. Smith should announce it for him. He should go up to the microphone and announce that Kyrie retired to the whole world. We're back to action right now. First free throw good at the line by Texas. 15:26 left to go. I saw that segment today, man. I was just cracking up. Second free throw coming up, and that one no good off the mark. Rebound back to Texas Tech. 7-point game. Texas Tech with it at the top. They move it over right wing, Santos Silva. He drives now. Inside the key, passes right back outside of Shannon. Shannon at the left wing, double teamed, moves it over top of the key over to Edwards. 15 minutes left to go. I cannot believe that UMass won against URI today. Deep three-point shot. Texas Tech dials it up. No good. Hit the side of the rim. Rebound back over to Texas. With under 15 minutes remaining. New Mexico starting to pull away, it looks like, against Dixie State. Texas will have it. At the top, Jones moves it over left corner, Ramey. Ramey, shot fake. Pass over to the top once again to Andrew Jones. Texas has 0 points in the paint in over the last 5 minutes. Texas around the perimeter. 5 in the shot clock. They'll take another 3 off the mark. No good. Tipped up in the air. Rebound Texas Tech. 14.5 left to go. Red Raiders pass back out. Drives inside. Puts it up. And that will count for 2. Blocking fall. Marcus Santos Silva. As the clock will stop here. They count the bucket in. 1. He's going to go to the free throw line. What's good here, Bradley? Appreciate it, bud. Coy, welcome to the stream. You guys just finished off with a Louisville game. Welcome on board once again. Took down Wake Forest. No surprise there. 77-65. Thoughts on the James Harden trade? Feel like it's either going to be NBA Finals or bust for Brooklyn. And they still have yet to have Kyrie back too. But on paper, they can make it to the finals. But can they put the pieces together? That's going to be the big question. Or is it just going to blow up? I feel like, in my opinion, there's a good chance that that's going to blow up, and they're not even going to make it to the finals. 14-11 left to go. Free throw, no good at the line by Texas Tech. Texas drives inside, missed the layup. They get the offensive rebound, though. Brock Cunningham around the perimeter. Passes right corner. Takes the three. They hit it. Matt Coleman knocks down the triple. Or actually, that's Ramey, number 3 right there, not number 2. So Courtney Ramey knocks down the triple, 55-47. Oladipo went, he was part of that trade. So Oladipo went to the Rockets as part of that trade. So from Indiana to Houston, it was a massive trade. Houston got a ton of picks out of that. And Karis LeVert went to the Pacers. And then Jared Allen and Taurean Prince went over to Cleveland. Texas Tech inside the post, puts it up, no good. Rebound Texas. Longhorns with it with 13.5 left to go. Ramey at the top of the key. He dribbles. Lob over the top. They were trying to go for the alley-oop off the cut right there, but the ball got deflected. Great defensive play by the Red Raiders. They get a 3-on-2. Pass underneath, and Texas Tech turns it over. Contact and a foul. 1 second here. They might have called a blocking foul before that. They call a blocking foul? Yeah, they call... Okay. That's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be a blocking foul, actually, by Texas. That was close. Before that, thought that Texas picked up... had the chance to take the charge, but didn't. It's going to be Texas Tech ball. So, non-shooting foul looks like inbound Texas Tech. 2-point shot off the hook. Good in the key for Santos Silva. 6-point game right now with 13 minutes remaining. Longhorns with the basketball. Shot fake. Oh, nice pass behind the defense. Good for 2 by Sims. Count the bucket and the foul. You get tied up right behind the Texas Tech defense, and he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 1. It's a silly foul there by Texas Tech. Number 1, Terrence Shannon, just grabbing a hold of Jericho Sims when he's completely right behind him underneath the hoop. So Sims shooting 1 at the line, has the chance to take the 9-point lead. Sims now double figures, 10 points. Free throw, no good, rattled out. Rebound back to Texas Tech. Texas really struggling today at the charity stripe, 11 for 20. And Texas Tech, 16 for 20. Red Raiders have it, 12:50 left to go. Stoppage in time, and away from the basketball, it's going to be an offensive foul. The ball goes right back over to Texas. Yeah, good game going on over here right now. Great intense matchup. The second half is really slowed down compared to the first, where Texas went off crazy for 48. Millinoli played 90 seconds there. Definitely going to ramp up his minutes for sure for more throughout the season there at Louisville. $12:48 left to go. Texas gets the inbounds. Longhorns take a pass half court. Courtney Ramey dribbles at the left wing. He is guarded by Shannon. Moves it back out. Right wing perimeter. Shot fake Jones. On the outside. Guarded by Burton. Andrew Jones still with the ball now. He's going to try to move it. Gets intercepted. Not a good decision there. Pass ahead of the pack. 2-on-1. Texas Tech. Oh, they missed the slam dunk. Texas going to get the basketball. Pass ahead of the pack. 2-on-1. Here they go. And they missed the layup. This time they did get fouled from behind. And what a turn of events right there. That should have been an easy slam dunk by Texas Tech. That will turn into 2 free throws coming up at the line by Texas. Number 11, Kyler Edwards, just misses the slam dunk. Wow. Ronnie, welcome to the stream, man. I predicted Texas for this one. I took Texas by 9, but my score isn't even close. I thought that first free throw good at the line by Texas. I thought that this would be a really just low defensive game. Andrew Jones with 19 points. My prediction was 64-55 Texas. This second half's really slowed up. 11-10 in favor of Texas Tech, but the first half had so many points on the board. Mississippi State, tight game against Texas A&M, 52-49 right there. And the second free throw, Andrew Jones getting himself 20 points on the board. Out of the 59 for Texas, 12:15 remaining. Red Raiders have it. McClung dribbles past half court. Guarded by Brock Cunningham, top of the key. McClung moves it off to Shannon. Terrence Shannon at the left wing. He drives. Left double spin move. Guarded by Kai Jones at the top now. McClung has it right corner perimeter, guarded by Sims. Mac McClung dribbles, moves it back out to the right wing. That's going to be Peavy, takes it inside, missed the layup. Reverse hand, tipped around, a rebound. Goes into the hands of Texas here. Longhorns just crushing the Red Raiders tonight on the boards. 35-22, plus 13 in Texas's favor. Courtney Ramey, jumper, mid-range, takes it, hit the rim short, ball's up in the air, fight for the rebound. Texas Tech has it. Oh, they got numbers here at a 4-on-2. They're going to set it up, though. They had a 4-on-2, and instead of attacking the basket, they're going to set it up as Texas gets their whole defense right back. Three-point shot, Texas Tech takes it, and they make it. Mac McClung from outside. 7-point game, McClung with 16 out of the 52, approaching 11 minutes remaining. If you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Cover play-by-play basketball here. Shot fake, Texas drives inside, puts it up. And a foul call. Going to send the Longhorns to the line, shooting 2, and number 22, Kai Jones. As we're going to go on a timeout here, 11 minutes remain. Texas been in control of this one, but Texas Tech hanging in this game, and that 3-point shot, putting this one to a 7-point game. Yeah, it's been a good one tonight. Texas been out in front. It hasn't been like back and forth like Providence Xavier on Sunday, but great game as far as this one compared to what we had earlier in the total blowout, Arkansas LSU. Leading scorer tonight for Texas, Andrew Jones with 20, and then 13 by Coleman, 12 by Courtney Ramey, Jericho Sims with 10 tonight for Texas. Texas in this game has 5 players that have at least 4 rebounds they're tallying. They are plus 12 in the glass, 35-23 in favor. And also have snagged 13 offensive rebounds as well. The first half had a ton of fouls. The second half has been much better as far as this one. A big-time defensive type of half here for both of these teams coming out. This is more like my prediction. Texas heated up big time in the first half, knocking down triples. Texas Tech in the second half able to stop Texas quite a bit. Texas, though, hot from the perimeter still, 10 for 18. And Texas Tech struggling 4 for 12. Preston's prediction, Texas by 3, 67-64. I mean, safe to go, moneyline Texas. I would say yes to that. Yeah, so I predict Texas as well in this one. I really like them on the glass. So that's where they're going. Texas has owned the glass in this game. Even though Texas Tech's made great adjustments here defensively. Still, they're gonna have to they're only down by 3 possessions right now. Still, I like Texas. KD didn't say any thing about Harden during the post-game interview. Wow. I wonder. I'm really curious to see how this goes. When they get Kyrie back in the mix too. Boise State, yeah, crushing Wyoming. Wow, 76-55, ton of points going on in that game, and they still got over 9 minutes remaining. Wow. What's my least favorite food? That would be ketchup. So right now we're on the timeout here currently. We got 11 minutes remaining in this one right now. So 11 minutes left to go. If you guys are out here, first timer, I cover basketball games here, college games, also NBA games. Make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I think tomorrow's a national game for, I think it's Rockets against Spurs. So that's the one I plan on covering for tomorrow. It'll be Rockets versus Spurs. And Friday as well is going to be the NBA. College usually goes late on Friday, as that one would be Mavericks versus Bucks on Friday. So 11 minutes remaining. Texas by 7. And we're going to get back to this one after the timeout. Alright, so Texas here. At the free throw line, they were fouled. First free throw gutted at the charity stripe by Kai Jones. What's good, Tristan? Welcome to the stream, man. Do I see Texas going far in the tournament? Yes. I think they have a chance to make a deep run. This team has a lot of seniors on it for Texas. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Texas Tech. That's the only fault that Texas has had in this game tonight. Has been the free throws at the line. They're 14 for 24. Other than that, pretty solid. Texas Tech passes right corner. They'll take the three and they make it. Except for that one. They haven't left a lot of players wide open, and Kevin McCullough just hit that one at the right corner. 60-55, 10.5 remaining. Texas top of the key, Courtney Ramey. Moves it over right wing perimeter. Coleman to the right baseline dribble. They float it into the hands of Jericho Sims. Underneath into the post, puts it up. And they're going to call a travel inside the post by Jericho Sims. So turnover Texas. Texas Tech will get it back with 10:27 remaining. Louisville has a tough schedule coming up. Having against Miami on Saturday. Home Florida State on Monday. Home against Duke. So right in the meat of their schedule there. Able to get some better teams up on the schedule. In Miami, too, they're going to be desperate because Miami's coming off a crushing loss against Boston College. They're going to be really desperate now. And turnaround jumper. Texas Tech hits it. This is the closest they've been in a long time since the start. 3-point game. 8-1 run in the last 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Longhorns basketball. At the left wing, Ramey. He dribbles, floats it up over the top. Watch out. Jericho Sims throwing down the alley-oop jam right there. It was Ramey to Sims. 5-point Texas lead. Close game indeed. Christian, welcome back on the stream right now. Left baseline dribble, Texas Tech. Puts it up good for two. This game's picking up. McCullough gets to the bucket. Also gets fouled. Late foul call there. Picked up by Texas. So Kevin McCullough has the chance to go to the free throw line and shoot the and one. I think I'm going to cover, Bradley, Florida State against Louisville on Monday. I believe that game is the 7 o'clock game on ESPN. So I'm gonna cover that one, I believe. So finally I'll be able to get to do another cards game out there. Vaughn's least favorite food looks like his peas. Who they got Kings Blazers game for tonight? Let's see here. Well, we got Kings up right now, 58-47. Wow. I'm gonna take the Blazers in that one. Blazers 6-4. They are on the road. There's still a lot of time remaining though. That's a high-scoring game. Free throw good at the line. Yeah, the Grizzlies were able to come back in that game. They were down by double digits, and they won today against the T-Wolves. There's been a lot of second-half comebacks, I feel like, this season. Texas, straightaway three. They sink it down from the top of the key by Greg Brown. Texas by 5, 65-60 with 9 minutes remaining. Indeed, way better than LSU versus Arkansas. 3-point shot, Texas Tech off the mark. Rebound by Greg Brown, doing everything right now. Under 9 minutes remaining. Texas with the basketball. Ramey dribbles to the right wing perimeter as he is guarded by Burton. Ramey, right baseline now. Bounce pass underneath. Finds Greg Brown. He gets fouled here. Blocking foul picked up by Santos Silva. And Greg Brown going to go to the free throw line shooting 2 with 8:46 remaining. So, Louisville has tough games coming up. Miami, Florida State, and Duke. They're going to go 2-1 during that stretch, I feel like. There's going to be a game that they do lose in that stretch out of 3. I feel like. It's probably going to be Florida State. Florida State looked really good. So, I think the game in the middle, they're going to win against Miami. Miami is desperate, but they are struggling. They got a ton of injuries and haven't been able to get healthy. And then Florida State is doing much better right now. They destroyed North Carolina State today. First free throw good at the line by Greg Brown. And then Duke. Duke has fallen face flat. Lost against Virginia Tech yesterday. Second free throw good at the line. Greg Brown doing great stuff tonight in this game for Texas. Looking good. Greg Brown tonight, 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Indeed, this has been a great in-state rivalry game with these two teams. Behind the Arc fan, welcome on board here, man. Steve, welcome on the stream. What conference the toughest this year? I'm going to go with the Big Ten. As far as top to bottom for toughest conference would be the Big Ten. There's only like 2 terrible teams there in that conference. With Nebraska and Penn State. Everybody else is just battling for a tournament spot at this point. And then after that, the Big 12, there's 7 teams looking like they're going to be in the tournament, and 3 teams with Kansas State, Iowa State, and TCU missing out. 67-60, Texas Tech down by 7, 8:25 left to go. They get the basketball. McClung dribbles now, drives inside, and there will be a foul picked up. It's going to be on Texas as the clock will stop. That's going to be a 4th personal. So Texas Tech now with 7 personal fouls. Texas with 4. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Nebraska's having a lot of problems right now. It seems like the teams that's having the problems are teams that's at like the bottom of the barrel for college hoops. Nebraska, Georgetown had to go on a pause today. So it's more like the teams that recently have had issues there are like bottom conference tier teams. Very tight game. Wow, Texas A&M leading Mississippi State 56-54. 8:10 left to go. Foul picked up by Texas. They're going to pick up their 6th. It's going to be a shooting foul too. So Mac McClung, 16 points, going to go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 coming up for the Red Raiders. First free throw, Mac McClung, no good. Missed it. They started out strong. They were a perfect 10 for 10 at the charity stripe for Texas Tech, and now they're 17 for 22. What's good, Braden? Welcome on the stream here, man. Way too early seed for Florida. Right now, I would have them as an 11 for Florida, so just barely making the tournament, like in that last 8 grouping. Second free throw, good. He was actually fouled from the outside, so it's going to be 3 shots by Mac McClung. And the third free throw coming up in just a moment. If you guys are new on the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball here on Behind Your Basketball. I cover college games, also NBA games. Hit me up in the chat who you guys got in this one, Texas or Texas Tech. Third free throw, McClung goes 2 for 3. 5-point game once again. Texas with the ball now. Off the inbound, takes the pass half court. At the left wing, Courtney Ramey. 8 minutes remaining. Ramey dribbles to the left wing. Moves to back top of the key. Texas slows it down. Coleman back outside to the right wing to Andrew Jones, having himself quite of a ball game. Handoff back around the perimeter to Coleman. Coleman guarded by Kyler Edwards. Coleman pro hop inside, moves it back. Open, 3, takes it. Off the mark, no good by Courtney Ramey. Missed it. Rebound by Texas Tech. Ken McCullough gets the rebound. Red Raiders dish it out. Left corner 3 open, and they hit it. Big triple going down. We got ourselves a ball game here. 2-point game with 7:30 remaining. Kyler Edwards on the board with 4 points. Makes his first shot from the floor tonight. 7:20 left to go. Coleman dribbles. Step back. Left elbow jumper. Hit the front rim. Offensive rebound. Sims puts it up. Good for 2. Off the turnaround in the key by Jericho Sims. 4-point game approaching 7 remaining right now. Incredible match. Texas Tech has it. Top of the key. Mac McClung dribbles. At the right elbow. Guarded by Jericho Sims. McClung. Shot fake. Moves it back top of the key. Texas Tech around the perimeter. 12 in the shot clock. Under 7 left remaining. Terrence Shannon. He dribbles. Drives. Moves it back right corner. McClung takes the 3. Well wide to the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Put back good. Micah Peavy. Right place, right time right there for Texas Tech. It's a big offensive rebound for 2 in the 2-point ball game. Texas has been dominant on the boards, but that time it went to the Red Raiders. Inside, Courtney Ramey dribbles, and he stepped on the baseline. Out of bounds, it appeared underneath. The clock will stop with 6:33 left to go. We got ourselves a ball game now. Texas was playing in a dogfight back on Saturday against West Virginia. They got their hands full here in the second half. Texas Tech really making their adjustments here defensively. This defense, they gave up 48 in the first half for Texas Tech. They've completely changed it here in the second half. This team has got the talent for it for Texas Tech. The big key is just closing out games. That is the thing this season, that their best wins against Oklahoma, because they couldn't close it out against Kansas. They dropped that game earlier on. They couldn't close it out against Oklahoma State. They lost in overtime. Yeah, Greg Brown, Bonnier fan, puts out, could go possibly top 5. I agree with you, man. If Texas makes a deep run into the tournament, he's so explosive. He hasn't received much minutes today, but when he has played, he's made a big impact defensively as well as offensively. Greg Brown with 4 blocks. And also had a monster slam, too. So explosive. 6 points, 4 blocks, 7 rebounds by Greg Brown. So it's going to be Texas Tech basketball after the timeout. Hey Brady, welcome onto the streamer, man. Yep, James Harden to the Nets today. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe that they gave up Karis LeVert and Jared Allen. Two of their really good pieces as far as players there to help out the depth of the roster. As they give them up to bring up a superstar and lower the depth of the team there for the Brooklyn Nets. But they hired a ceiling because they add in James Harden. But once again, where's the defense going to be? That's the big question. Because Kyrie just sometimes he decides not to play defense. Other times he doesn't even want to show up and play games. He's missed 5 straight games in a row. He's just like, okay, I'm just not showing up here for tonight. I'm going to join a Zoom call instead while my team's playing. And that's going to be another problem, is how will the defense hold up for Brooklyn as well. Yeah, Brady thought this was going to be a fairly easy one for Texas. He had predicted 71-63. I predicted Texas by 9 in this one. Texas Tech's come back here second half, 29-21. Way too early seed here, Michigan State and Michigan. Michigan State, I'm going to put them around in 8 seed right now for Michigan State. For Michigan, I think they're a 2 right now for Michigan, possibly getting to a 1 for Michigan. So definitely a 2, hitting a 1. In my opinion, I would put Michigan, based on how they played, if they can keep that up against Minnesota, blow them out a second time again on Saturday. I think Michigan definitely can be a number 1. I would put them over Villanova for Michigan, 69-67, which means I would put them over Texas too, because they've been really impressive. Mac McClung doing well tonight. He has been the one that's carrying Texas Tech, leading scorer with 18. McClung has it underneath. We're back to action. 6:10 remaining. As Texas Tech has it underneath the basket, they're going to put it up, and that will be an offensive foul by Texas Tech, and Chris Beard is ripping over here about that one. Oh, yeah, Micah Peavy. Just with the elbow right over Greg Brown. Let's see what I put Louisville in. I'll go for the Cards right now, probably on a number 4 for a seed for Louisville. How far do I think they can go? Probably Sweet 16 or Elite 8, depending on the matchup. 6 minutes left to go. Texas, right wing 3, no good. Tapped up in the air. Rebound goes right back over to Texas Tech with 6 minutes remaining. Yeah, LSU just destroyed Arkansas earlier today. LSU's got an offense. They got buckets on that team. Texas Tech has it. 5:45 left to go. Down by 2. Mac McClung, bounce pass, right elbow into the hands of Santos Silva. Back outside, McClung, ball gets tapped. Oh, what a hustle play. Texas comes up with a steal right there with a major hustle play, man. Matt Coleman. Wow. Sports Center highlight reel play right there. Able to deflect that and dive on the ground with the basketball. Incredible by Matt Coleman. They also, it was a tie-up they forced, and it's going to be possession arrow Texas. So 5:34 left to go. Texas will get the inbounds. Yeah, Oregon good as well, but I feel like they should have been dropped for their loss from the top 25. I thought they would have been dropped to their loss against Colorado, but Oregon, that's more like Oregon struggles on the road at Colorado. Or Oregon's much better than where they started. They've been struggling with injuries. If they get healthy, they can get dangerous for Oregon. Texas inside, missed it, no good. Rebound by Texas Tech. 5 minutes even remaining. What a great game here. Red Raiders have it top of the key. Kyler Edwards. Bounce pass into the hands of McCullough. He dribbles. Pro hop inside, puts it up, and he gets fouled. Andrew Jones going to pick up the personal foul. Texas Tech with a chance to tie it up with 2 free throws with 4:55 remaining. Indeed, this is a great ball game we got going on. Boise State rocking tonight over Wyoming, 86-68. Boise State going to be a bracket buster, I feel like, in the tournament if they keep it up. Their last team they take on in Mountain West play is going to be San Diego State. So San Diego State they got coming up after or San Diego State they close out the regular season schedule with. That's the biggest matchup there that Boise State has. First free throw, no good. Second one, that one's up. That one is good. 1 point ball game with under 5 left to go. Texas will take it past half court right now. Bounce past top of the key, Ramey. He's guarded by Mac McClung. Courtney Ramey now dribbles, drives inside, and it gets blocked from behind here by Santos Silva, Texas Tech. Mac McClung hands it off inside the post. Texas Tech puts it up, gets blocked right back by Greg Brown. 5th block of the game by him. Texas has a 1 point game. Lob over the top to Brown as he gets pushed down from behind right at the baseline underneath as the clock will stop with 4:31. And that's going to be Texas Tech's 8th personal, so it's going to send Texas to the free throw line. Also, Texas with 7 personals as well. Yeah, so Oregon looks legit. Going to be a tough out in the tournament. Brady puts out here. UCLA is actually the best team in the Pac-12, but they're 5-0 without their key player for the rest of the season. Chris Smith he's injured, done for the season. But I think Oregon's going to take the Pac-12 since UCLA is dealing with their best player injured out for the year. And Oregon got a really good key transfer. That team is built on transfers, so they're going to get better and better throughout the course of the season. And that one of their opening games that they had early back in the season when they lost to Missouri, Oregon was without LJ Figueroa, who's one of their key players, a transfer from St. John's. He is a name to look out for the remainder of the season. 69-60. See, 68 is the score right now. It's a 1 point game. 4 minutes left to go. Texas off the steal. They missed a layup. With 4 minutes remaining, Courtney Ramey wide open layup in transition. He missed it. Texas Tech down by 1. They've got it. Terrence Shannon at the top. Moves it back over. They take a 3. They take the lead. Kyler Edwards sinks it. We got ourselves a ball game. Incredible matchup going down here at Austin. 3:44 left to go. Wow. Texas with 2 timeouts. Texas Tech with 3 remaining. Texas has it at the top. Coleman moves it back right wing. They dribble right baseline. Moves it back to the right corner. Feeds it over to Sims. Sims guarded by Santos Silva. Power to Biggs inside. Santos Silva going to pick up the personal. And Jericho Sims will head over to the free throw line now. Coming up in shooting 2. That's going to be double bonus. So now it's double bonus time for Texas. So we go on a timeout. What a game. Texas Tech's climbed all the way back into this one. So we will take a timeout with 3:24 remaining. Big wow indeed. Let's see here. Will I make another NBA mock draft video after March Madness? Yes, I plan on doing one. Yeah, so probably after the tournament when I get more time on my hands, I want to rank these college players and see where they go to when we get more into the NBA season too, where we kind of see where these players are going to. I think right now my early prediction will probably be Cade Cunningham is going to go number 1 to the Pistons. Right now, that's a very early prediction, but still a lot of time that could change. And it all depends on how this season goes, because Jalen Suggs is right there with him. Next special live stream, it's probably going to be in February for the Daytona 500, most likely, Vaughn. If there's anything else later this month, I'll let you guys know. What a game. Am I surprised how Louisville is playing, especially with them so young dealing with injuries? Yes. Yeah, they have an entirely new starting 5. And they're well into the top 25 now, and they're at the top of the ACC, looking like they could very well win the ACC this season. So they've been one of my surprises this year, and they got Minlin back today. I heard he only played a couple seconds, and they've yet to get Malik Williams back, who was their top returning player from last season. He played the most minutes. They returned nobody who played more than, I think, 25 minutes in the roster last year. So Boise State gets the win over Wyoming. No surprise there, 90-70. Boise State looks like a tournament sleeper. St. Bonaventure, keep an eye on that team right now. They're 5-1 for St. Bonaventure. If they come out, they just beat Richmond last week. If St. Bonaventure comes out of the A10 second behind St. Louis, I've got St. Louis as well as a sleeper. I would also keep an eye on St. Bonaventure because they only got 1 loss. It's against Rhode Island. And the leading scorer, St. Bonaventure, did not play in that game in that loss to Rhode Island. Other than that, they have one player on St. Bonaventure that's averaging 27 points, through the past 3 games. So that's a name to keep an eye on right now for a team. Possible sleeper. Yep, Bradley told me to look out for us before the start of the season. Who do you think wins the Big 12 this year? I'm still going to stick with Baylor right now to win the Big 12. I've got a Big 12 final, Baylor, Texas, right now. What a game here. 3:24 remaining in this one. Texas Tech's done a great job in the second half, crashing the glass here. As Texas was dominating at halftime. They were a plus 12, and now Texas Tech with a second half rebounding advantage here, as they have closed the gap, as Texas is only a plus 8 now on the boards. I predicted Texas to win. I actually predicted them by 9. I'm shocked here about this gap. This is huge for Texas Tech. Very huge for Texas Tech. First free throw good at the line by Jericho Sims, 71-70. Big reason why is because Texas Tech has yet to beat an opponent of like high caliber. They lost in overtime against Oklahoma State. They lost against Houston. They lost by 1 against Kansas. Second free throw. Texas at the line makes it. 71 even, 3:20 remaining. What a game. Battle indeed going on. Andrew Jones with 20 and Mac McClung with 18. McClung's got the basketball right now. He dribbles. Moves it out top of the key. They take the catch and shoot 3. Fires. Off the mark. No good. Texas Tech. Ball tipped up in the air. Rebound by Texas. Hard fought board right there by Greg Brown with 3 minutes remaining. Texas is 4-0 this season by games decided by 3 points or less. They come in clutch. 3-point shot. They hit it. Guess who? Greg Brown. Oh, yeah, he is thrilled about that one right there. Able to rile up his team. 8 points out of the second half by Greg Brown. He's got 9. 74-71 Texas. 2:40 left to go. Texas Tech 3. Hit the front rim. No good. Rebound Texas. Greg Brown has it, going to hold on to it, and hands it off now to Courtney Ramey. They slow it down as they take it past half court. 2.5 left to go. Matt Coleman now with the basketball. Moves it over to Ramey here at the left wing. Ramey dribbles. As he's double teamed, passes back out. Left corner gets tapped out of bounds. Texas Tech thought it was out of bounds by Texas, but Kyler Edwards off his fingertips out of bounds. Clock will stop. Brady putting out for the All-American team here. Luka Garza, Jalen Suggs, Jared Butler, Colin Gillespie, David McCormack. I would probably go without Colin Gillespie there. I don't even think he's going to win Big East Player of the Year. Coleman, 3-point shot off the mark, no good. I'm going for Mamu right now. Since James Bouknight's injured for UConn, I think Sandro Mamakalisashvili is going to win it for a Big East Player of the Year. Or Robinson Earl. I would even put Jeremiah Robinson Earl over Gillespie. Texas Tech drives inside. That's good for 2 with a layup by McCullough. Minute 50 remaining. Texas now with the basketball. Totally agree. Drake a sleeper as well. They're in the pause right now. 13-0 Drake. Texas has it. Shot fake. Moves it out right corner. Wide open 3. Takes it. They sink it. Courtney Ramey just left completely wide open there. As Texas Tech just did not cover him. Ramey now with 15. Got a great game as we go on another timeout taken. What a great game, folks. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. I will put on the All-American team, along with Jalen Suggs. I will put or Corey Kispert. I will put Corey Kispert up there. They're going to have, of course, three WCC first team players. Suggs, Kispert, and Timmy. 4-point game, Texas Tech basketball. They floated up over the top. No good. Gets deflected, but there was a blocking foul picked up late by Sims. As McClung goes down, and Mac McClung rolling down on the ground here. He's in a little bit of pain, but able to get up by Mac McClung. It's good to see for Texas Tech. Minute 20 remaining. So 1:20 remaining left to go. Do I think Louisville will break the top 10? I think there's a pretty good chance that they can go into the top 10. Do I plan on doing Louisville, Florida State? Yes, I plan on covering that one on Monday. And Duke against Pittsburgh, both on ESPN. Yep, both of those games on Monday. So I'll be covering college on Monday as well. So I'll be covering your Cards Bradley. So he's excited for that. Mac McClung, 2 free throws coming up at the line for Texas Tech with 1:20 remaining. Top 5 A-10 teams, Ryan's got those out here. St. Louis, Richmond, St. Bonaventure, Dayton Flyers, and VCU. I would also watch out for UMass as well. I know they lost a tight one to George Mason, but if they can find their stride for UMass, they're just not consistent. That's the only thing there. They got some really good players. Both of the free throws go down by McClung, 77-75. Yeah, UMass able to squeak out a tight one against URI in overtime. But their losses that UMass had was against Bryant, who Bryant right now looks by far they're going to take the NEC at 9-2 overall, and they lost to Syracuse by 1 back in non-conference play. So let's hear Monday. So on Monday, my scheduled plan, I know. Let's see, coming up. That's the 18th. Yeah, UMBC, really good. I feel like Vermont's going to take the conference, but if any odd thing can happen in a pandemic year, UMBC has the chance to win over Vermont. It all depends on the title game of that America East this season. So yeah, Florida State, Louisville at 7. Oh, wow, they got Kansas. Whoa. I thought it was Duke against Pittsburgh. Oh, no, it's Kansas Baylor. I must be looking at Tuesday. Yeah, and then Kansas Baylor on Monday. So it's Kansas Baylor on Monday. Where's okay, Duke Pittsburgh's on Tuesday. Okay. So that game's on Tuesday. We're back to action at minute 20 remaining. So yeah, I plan on covering Louisville, Florida State next Monday. Minute 10 left to go. Texas by 2. They get themselves the basketball. Top of the key into the hands of Andrew Jones. He moves it out to the right wing to Ramey. Ramey hands it off now around the perimeter. Matt Coleman with it. 1 minute left to go. 10 on the shot clock. Coleman dribbles right baseline. Dribbles around the perimeter once again. Puts it back outside. Ramey jacks up a deep three. No good. Tapped out of bounds. Last touched. Refs haven't indicated yet who's it touched out of. And it's going to be... Is there a foul on that? Clock will stop with 54 seconds. That looked like a clean touch out of bounds by Texas Tech. And they're going to roll a foul by Texas Tech. Wow. I thought that was clear. Touch out of bounds by Texas Tech, but they rolled a rebounding foul by Texas Tech. It's going to send Jericho Sims into the double bonus shooting 2 for the Longhorns. First free throw by Sims. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Texas today, that's the only weak spot that they've struggled with for the majority of this game today. 18 for 30 at the charity stripe by Texas. It's only 62%. Texas having flashbacks of last week to Rutgers, and that was pretty bad against what Rutgers did at the free throw line a week ago. Second free throw coming up by Texas, and no good. Missed both of them. Rebound Texas Tech. That was crushing free throws there by Sims. 0 for 2 that trip. Texas Tech is 0 for 25 all-time on the road versus AP top 25 opponents. They dribble spin move and they get called for the offensive foul with 45 seconds remaining. Jamarius Burton, spin move. Texas takes the charge by Greg Brown, having himself an impact of a game all game long, but a 5-star freshman. 9 points, 8 of them in this second half, along with 4 blocks and 9 rebounds. And that one, a big call going Texas's way. Texas, oh, what are they doing? Ball gets stolen away by Texas Tech with a steal, and this game's tied up at 77. They just choked on the inbounds. Texas double teamed in the backcourt. Watch out. They're going to have to call a timeout, and they do. Wise call right there. Timeout taken by Texas. You got to take a timeout. This whole momentum just switched. Terrible inbound pass by Texas, and this game is tied. Unbelievable. It was Courtney Ramey underneath. Miscommunication. Just passes it. He was looking for Matt Coleman at the baseline. Just got intercepted by Kyler Edwards. And they took it for an easy 2. Unbelievable. Indeed, wow. What a game. 36 seconds remaining. Texas with 1 timeout left. Texas Tech with 2 timeouts. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Incredible matchup. Man. They got so many seniors in this roster here that you would not think that they would make a mistake like that. And this is the stakes that's up for it. Texas Tech, they are playing in this one to prove themselves that they have yet to beat a really great opponent so far. High-quality opponent. Their best win is on the road at Oklahoma by 2, 69-67. So Texas Tech trying to get their first ever top 5 victory in program history. They're 0 for 25 against top 5 opponents on the road. Insane game. Texas will get the inbound. There's a 12-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Game clock down to 36 seconds. Shot clock down to 24 seconds. Texas will get the inbound in their backcourt. The passer will be Courtney Ramey. Texas is 4-0 in games decided by 3 points or less. They have so many clutch players. Possible buzzer beater. We will see. Let's go here, everybody. 28 seconds remaining. Texas takes the bats half court. Ball into the hands of Matt Coleman. 22 seconds left to go. 10 on the shot clock. Coleman dribbles to the left wing perimeter. Left baseline jumper takes it no good. Crashing the glass. Texas Tech comes up with a defensive rebound. Here they go. Final possession. The Red Raiders have it. 10 seconds. McClung takes it past half court. They got 2 timeouts if they want to call it. No, McClung, 3-point shot. Hand in the face. Oh! He makes it with 2.2. You gotta be kidding me. Mac McClung. Dagger. Sinks it home with 2.2 remaining. Texas Tech takes the lead. What a game. Hand in the face contested by Ramey. Mac McClung at the right wing sinks it. Incredible ball game in this one. What a game. Texas, so many times they've been clutch this season. We'll see if they have another clutch moment in them to send this one into overtime. Ice in his veins by Mac McClung. And if you're watching out from Georgetown, ouch. Because, yeah, your team only's got 3 wins this season and also on a pause right now. And they were supposed to play DePaul and you lost your best player in the offseason. They're taking a look at this right now. Was his foot on the line? I don't think so. I think there's space right there. That should be a 3 by McClung. They're looking at that right now. That looks like a clear 3. That looks like a clear 3. Yep, warning, don't ever use headphones because I'm going to hurt my ears if it's a buzzer beater. If you guys remember the Celtics game a week ago. Oh boy, Wednesday night basketball at its finest here. Covers some incredible games on Wednesday night. Seems like we always have great games every single Wednesday night. Wow. I believe that's going to stand as a 3. They're reviewing it right now. Mac McClung putting his team on his back. 22 points tonight. Credit to Chris Beard as well for making the adjustments to the second half. That is what Texas Tech has done. And that's why they've come back. It's an incredible game. I can't believe it. I actually picked Texas to... Oh, whoa, they're going to take a point off the board. I thought it was a 3. They're going to roll it a 2. So they rolled it a 2, 79-77. That's a big scoreboard difference because Texas is great from 3. So they just changed it. So they reviewed it 79-77. Texas with 1 timeout left. Texas Tech with 2 timeouts remaining. So Texas, they made the game winner against West Virginia back on Saturday. That looked like a clear 3 in my opinion. So they're showing it. Andrew Jones from the right corner, game winner. They also got the game winner out in Maui over North Carolina. And they are 4-0 in games decided by 3 points or less this season. So Texas is going to have the final possession coming up. And they would need a 3. I thought it was a 3 as well. I can't believe it. They're going to put back more time for Texas, too. So 3 seconds remaining. 3 seconds left to go. They rolled it a 2, and Texas Tech leads at 79-77. So what you're thinking here, drawing up for Texas, they're going to take their final timeout. I think you got to get the ball into the hands. You got multiple shooters on this team. It's either Matt Coleman at this point or Andrew Jones. But also, in the mix, could very well, depending on if he inbounds the basketball, it could be Courtney Ramey. So if Texas Tech goes hard and starts guarding Matt Coleman and Andrew Jones, they might forget about Courtney Ramey. And Courtney Ramey's knocked down 4 3-point shots tonight. Texas has got 4 players scoring double figures. Andrew Jones with 20. Sims with 16, Ramey with 15, and Coleman with 13. Here to go. It's going to be Brock Cunningham, the inbound passer for Texas. 3 seconds left to go. Timeout taken by Texas Tech. They got 1 timeout remaining. So Texas Tech will take a timeout. 1 timeout left to go. Texas out of timeouts. What a game. Yeah, Jones just never really was a factor here in the second half. Feels like March in this game. Oh man, incredible matchup between these two teams. A little bit of a sneak preview for March Madness. If you guys are new out on the channel here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. I might go absolutely bonkers if Texas makes this buzzer beater shot, because I love to call just incredible finishes. What a game though. That should have been a 3 by Texas Tech. Because that was clearly, in my opinion, a 3. ESPN didn't even show like a close-up view of it. They showed it from way far out though. So they didn't really give us a close-up view, but where I saw that from, that looked like it was a 3. Incredible matchup here if you guys are just joining on board. Wow. Give kudos out to Chris Beard too for Texas Tech, because his defense has really stepped it up in the second half here. First half they gave up 48 points to Texas. Second half they've allowed 29 points. And Texas Tech has outscored Texas 41-29. Big reason why is that Texas Tech was getting outmanned on the glass, and in the second half they are able to go a +5 deficit, or able to come a +12 deficit on the glass to put it to a +12 by Texas now to only be +5 by Texas. Okay, so here we go. Texas with the inbound. Cunningham, 3 seconds left to go. Passes. Now into the hands here. Coleman. He dribbles. Floats it up at the horn. It's up. No good. Off the top of the backboard, Texas Tech gonna get the victory. As that one goes final. Wow. They get the win that they needed for Texas Tech to prove everybody out here that they hadn't won a big-time opponent so far this season, and they pull it off. So much talent on the Red Raiders, and it finally came together here in the second half for the W, as this game has gone final. Man, incredible matchup between these two teams. Absolutely incredible matchup. Coleman with a jumper, and it was just high into the right off the glass by Matt Coleman. And the winner of this one, the hero out in this game, Mac McClung. Massive game from him. 22 points for Mac McClung. So he put his team on his back and got a big W. His team has got the talent, and they put it together tonight on the court. McClung with 22, McCullough with 16, Terrence Shannon with 14. What a game. Incredible game here, folks. Wow. Alright, so that's a wrap here, everybody. Texas Tech proving they are the real deal. Number 15 in the nation, and this is the difference between a week here. If they lose this game, if they lose against Baylor, they go 0-2 this week and possibly going to drop back towards the back half of the top 25, but no. Look at Texas Tech now. They're going to be moving up themselves. Looks like very well into the top 10 this week, especially if they beat Baylor. They're definitely going to get into the top 10. And this is what makes college basketball so great. Incredible comebacks. Game winners. Man, Mac McClung. What a transfer pickup. And the transfer piece is starting to click together here for Texas Tech as they get their biggest victory by far this season. So what a game here, 79-77. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping on board. Tomorrow's probably going to be the NBA. I think the national game is the Spurs versus the Rockets tomorrow, so feel free to stay tuned for that one. Before you sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well before you sign off. And I'd like to thank out the members out on the stream here. Jack Jason, the sports expert. My members out here. Big thank you for you guys for supporting and coming out to the stream. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part here. Gonna sign off right now. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball.